Hey, this is Ian Khan, and you are watching Ian, the Ian Khan Show. I'm here at one of my peaceful places. This is where I love to come by and just take some time out on an everyday or every week basis, and it just takes me into a different place altogether. I want to talk about the 3 P's of getting everything that you need, and that's what we're going to talk about this week. So here we are. This is literally the end of March, and Q1 has finished. If you had a goal, a target to achieve, and if you've done it, then that's amazing. If you haven't, then you're probably wondering, why didn't you? And anybody out there, we just fall into these 2 brackets, is you've either done it or you haven't. And the question is, what is it that really takes us to success? I think for organizations, there's a very special blend of ingredients that is necessary in order to make them successful. And today we're going to talk about that. Now, as a futurist and keynote speaker, I literally meet hundreds and hundreds of people every week at different events, at different conferences, at different occasions. And there's no matter what the size of the company, there's certain things that are common between all these organizations, and I see a pattern of either success or failure. I see there's a certain strand or a golden thread that binds everybody together. Here's what it is. It's the fact that everybody wants to be successful. Everybody who operates a company, who leads an organization, they want success. And that's the true reason why we do things, is we want to be successful, either by creating value or financially being better off than we were, or it could be some other means. Now, we don't live in a perfect world, because if we did, then every company would be Apple, every company would be Google and Microsoft, and we would all be successful. Reality is different, and the challenges that we have to overcome in order to be successful are of different types. They're financial, they're resource related, they are mindset related, they are people related. But there's some common things between every organization that wants to succeed and the reason why they achieve success or they don't. So here they are. So there's 3 P's of success that you need to remember in order to focus on the strategy for your organization. So here are the 3 P's. So the first P is purpose. Many companies, many organizations, governments, people forget what the purpose is that they serve. Is it to serve a particular community of people? Is it to create value using a product or solution? Is it solving a problem? And when this purpose is missing, that's when the bigger problems start. That's where people start disengaging. That's where your customers start falling off. I've seen a lot of different companies in the last 20 years that I've been in the industry, where companies started off on the right foot, but then because of whatever changes, they lose their purpose. They lose the why behind what they do and how they do it and why they do it. I think it's essential for companies today to reinvent that why and to figure out, why are we in the business of doing what we do? What value do we create? Who do we serve? And why should we serve these people? I think if companies reinvent the purpose behind their existence, that's the first step towards becoming successful. Number 2 is process. In any organization, the availability or the fact that you have a process is a big thing. Companies typically invest in processes for HR, recruitment, sales. Everything has a process. Now, I come from a project management background, and I'm a PMP, so I know exactly how project management works. And let me tell you this, if you don't know how to manage a project, then you cannot be a project manager. Just like that, within an organization, you've got to have processes that help you bring results to the table, that help you do things in a way where success can be replicated. And that's the purpose of a process. A process is a fixed number of steps that you can take in order to get the same results every single time. And that's why companies create processes that are successful and then they stick to it as a methodology. Within sales, you've got processes and methodologies which essentially are steps that you need to take in order to be successful. Sandler system, the Miller-Hyman system, there's so many different systems and processes you can use. Now, does your organization invest in processes? How many processes do you guys have? Do you have processes for recruitment? Do you have processes for onboarding or finding bugs? A lot of those things, anything. But do you also have a process for success? Do you have a strategy in mind that talks about what you should do in order to succeed? How you should look at a new topic or new technology that's disrupting your business that you should incorporate or look into or study? Now, all these things are part of the process. Everything that you study as part of your business that can make it successful or make it fail is a process. So please invest in the processes that drive your business. Number 3 is people. People either drive your company to success or they make it fail, or they just drag it and drag it and drag it, and you can do nothing about it. Many times it's very frustrating when your team members, your employees, your bosses, the people in general within your organization are not just lifting their weight, but they're not contributing as much as they should. I've seen this so many times. Companies have a great purpose, they want to do the right thing, they have the right processes in mind and in place, but the people are missing. The people are not functional, people are not engaged, and people are just not buying the what you're selling them as an organization. And I think that's a big challenge with the generations changing today. There's a huge influx of a newer generation that's coming into the workforce, and the traditional way of management is not working out for many organizations, let's say within retail, within banking, within finance. And there's a need to reinvent that aspect of the organization. Is how do we adapt to the future generations that have to be our employees or that will be our customers? And I think if your organization sees the vision behind it, then you can definitely make sure you're working with the times. Now, these 3 things: purpose, process, and people. Why not focus on this in the month of April? Q1 is over. Q1 results are almost going to be locked in the next few days, and you've got to be able to focus on something very specific so that you can actually make it work. I suggest work on the 3 P's for your business. Make it a strategic focus of your organization and of your teams this month, as to study what purpose do we do, what processes do we have in place, what processes do we need to create, what processes do we need to upgrade, and number 3, what kind of people do we want to attract, retain, grow, build, and have as part of our organization. With all the companies and all the different audiences that I work with across different industries, manufacturing, retail, banking, finance, accounting, healthcare, everybody has the same set of problems. We all are talking a lot about how technology is disrupting our businesses, how blockchain and artificial intelligence and autonomous cars are going to completely change the world. I really like that. I really like that. Yes, we all are thinking about the things that are going to change our world, but there's also something that's in our hands right now, something that we are not working on, something that we should actively chase and seek, which is addressing the 3 P's of success. The first one, purpose. Recreate the purpose for your organization. Recreate the purpose that you serve as a professional. I think that's the fundamental step that we can take as a challenge in Q2, starting this month, starting 1st of April. You can start it right now. This is the end of March. You could just start that right now. But to figure out, what do you do as an organization and why do you do it? And should you be doing this? Now, to stay competitively ahead of everybody else, I think you owe yourself that. You have to constantly reinvent your organization and adapt to the times every single day. So this is not an exercise you do every 10 years. Technology is changing the world, but competitive forces are also changing the world. The fact that we are a smaller world now, that products can be sold worldwide, is also a fact that's changing companies, organizations, and their approach. So please look at number one is the purpose of your organization, the purpose of your being. Why are you where you are, and why do you do what you do? And is this something that you want to continue doing, or can you add something new, or should you be doing something different? Number two, process. I know you have 1,000 processes missing. I know you cannot have processes for everything, but that's an opportunity to create excellence. Process stands for results. Process stands for excellence. Process is there to make sure that you succeed every single time with no matter what you do. So start working on some big processes first of all within your organization, and then look at the smaller processes. This is the way to go about it. Start somewhere, start small, and then expand. Now, process doesn't mean that you have red tape. Red tape and process are two different things, but process really means that you're committed to excellence. You want to create efficiency within your workplace. You want to create a better working environment within your workplace, and that's what process stands for. If you don't know how to create a process, then hire somebody, engage with somebody, contact somebody. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of professionals who can help you create processes. It really also depends on what business area do you want to create the process in, but I strongly suggest that please focus on creating processes within your business, within different parts of your business. Last but not least, number three, as I said, is people. Focus on the right people. Focus on how your recruitment strategy should change because of the changes in your industry. Figure out who it is and what's the ideal profile of somebody who has a certain amount of skill and talent that should be part of your organization, and why should they be part of your organization. I really believe that people's values should coincide and meet with the values of their employers, and employers should find people whose values coincide and match up with those of the organization. If you don't have that, then you just have people sitting on their desks doing nothing, being unproductive. And essentially that's how your organization will perform in a mediocre way, and in a way where you really can't create a lot of impact. You also have got to be careful about what kind of people are within your networks and your customer base. Are you actively recruiting good customers? Are you running behind good prospects, or are these people that are going to waste your time? And people doesn't just mean employees. People also means your partners, your bosses, your other team leaders and team members within the organization. Cohesively, if the organization comes together and has great people who all are going to drive the same vision. Imagine this: you board a ship, and on this ship you've got different people, you've got different mates, and you start sailing towards the sea, and you all row in a different direction. Everybody rows in a different direction. I don't think, and I don't think you also think, that the ship will go anywhere. It's just going to be in the same place, and people are going to be wasting their valuable time. And for this very reason, it's essential that everybody rows in the same direction. People are so important. They can make or break your organization. Of course, leadership plays a big part in this, but I suggest that you voice your opinion about when things don't work in your company, when people are not picking up their weight or they're not delivering, and you should hold themselves and hold them accountable for bringing that collective success that they promised or that they should be doing. And that's all for now. The 3 Ps are something that I highly recommend that you start off with this April and make it a focus for the month or for the quarter. Folks, things are moving fast. Technology is a disruptor. Technology is changing our lives. But in addition to technology, there's other things that we can do. There's other elements of life and business and strategy that we need to focus on in order to be successful. It's not just disruption that is the enemy. It's the disruption within that we need to take care of and enable. For successful results, we have to go against the grain. For creating strong companies and strong leadership and strong organizations that deliver results, I think we have to focus on things beyond disruptors outside, beyond technological disruptors, and figure out what exactly, in the simplest way, do we need to do that's broken, what should be fixed, and we've got to focus on those things. This is Ian Khan. Follow my videos and follow my journey as a futurist and keynote speaker. These videos are free of charge. Share them with your friends and colleagues and watch them anywhere on your devices. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and be part of these conversations. Write your comments down in the section below and tell me what you think. Tell me about your choices and the choices that you're making as a business with respect to purpose, with respect to process and people that's helping you or not helping you. And we can have a conversation right there in the chat. Please share your concerns. Please share your expertise and strategies that have helped you so that we can collectively together help other people get where they want to be. This is Ian Khan. Learn more about me at my website, www.iankhan.com, IANKHAN.com. Thank you. Until next time, take care. I see the world in a different way, and you need to see what I see. We must recognize that we came from a very good place. As humans, as people, as a society, as a race, we've been amazing so far, and we should love us. But nothing remains the same forever. Things change, seasons change, life changes, and change is a constant. We live on the belief that tomorrow will be better, don't we all? Isn't that why we live, why we survive, why we build, and why we dream? The future is approaching us very fast. This is a technology-driven future, a future of rapid change. But this is not necessarily a bad thing, because it brings with it a huge transformation and a new era in human history. To get there, we must walk on a specific path and not just choose short-term happiness, but create sustainable success. We must start thinking differently, start thinking loud, start thinking big. The time to do that is now, right now, because tomorrow is being created right this moment. This is the future where people will be happier, healthier, live longer, and stronger. My name is Ian Khan, and I'm driven to unlocking your potential by showing you what the future holds and to help you get there with a proven process for success. My work as an author and a documentary filmmaker helps me convey ideas that can create real impact. Over the last 20 years, I have worked with hundreds of organizations in helping them understand the future and how to succeed. I've worked across the world, from Dubai to Denmark and Seoul to San Francisco, challenging CEOs, challenging heads of departments and governments in pushing their limits to think differently. Using a proven methodology of the 7 axioms of value creation as a foundation and deriving insights from rapidly evolving technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, the Internet of Things, and more, I can help you understand the future of industry. Come join me. Let's build the future together, right now, right here, today.